Welcome to another high budget, high octane maths video, and today we're working with money and finding out how much things cost and counting coins. So here's my wee monkey dude. My auntie brought him back from holiday a long time ago, so I'm not actually sure where he's come from, but if he was to cost anything, he would cost, let's see, he would cost there we go. What I want you to do is to pause the video and tell me how much and see if you were right. Okay, so pause now. Okay, so when we're working out coins, and a lot of people don't use coins anymore, they just tap their card, but it's the same maths we're using, and it's important to know how much you're spending. So we start with the big coins. So this is the biggest one. This is a £2 coin. So I'll put that one there. And then I get my £1 coins next. So there's my £1 coins next. So line them all up. And my next biggest coin is my 50. And my next biggest coin is a 20. And I've got another one of them. And then I've got these here. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, £9.50, and another 20 is £9.70, £9.90, and another 10 is 10, makes it up to £10. I've got 10, 20, 30. So we had £10 and 30 pence. Okay. Okay, the next thing we've got here is a wee boat. And I'm not really sure where I got this either. Wiped some of the dust off it. And this is how much it cost. Pause the video and tell me how much you think it cost. So again, I would line up my biggest coins first. So I've got a £2 coin here. And then my next one. And my next one. And my next one. So they're all pound coins. And then I've got a 50, a 10, a 10, and a 5. So when I'm counting up money, I always start with the biggest first. So 2, 3, 4, 5, £5.50, £5.60, £5.70, £5.75. And it should look like this. Okay, here's the next one. This is a hand, I think it is like a Buddha hand, I believe. Again, I'm not sure where I got that from. Another gift from someone. So we start with the biggest coins, but there's no pound coins or £2 coins. So the next biggest coin I've got is a 50. And when you put two 50s together, you can stack them on top of each other like that. And that makes a pound. And we've got lots of 20 pences here. So you could stack 5 20 pences together. And that would make a pound. And here's another 5 20 pences. Because 5 20 pences make a pound. And that's suddenly become a bit easier to count. £1, £2, £3. And my next biggest coin is a 20. And then a 10. And 2 5s. So £1, £2, £3, £3.20, £3.30, £3.35, £3.40. And that looks like this. £3.40. I'm using a selfie stick for the first time and it's a bit wobbly. And yeah, there we go. £3.40. Here's the next one. This is a little brass mortar and pestle. I think that makes a nice wee sound. I think this is the mortar and this is the pestle. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this is how much it could cost. So pause the video and tell me how much you think it costs. So again, I'm going to start with my biggest coin, which is a 2. And there's my ones. I'm going to line them up like that. But I've got a pile of 10s here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pences. And 10 tens are a pound. So when I've got lots of coins, I quite often stack them up like that. So that's 10 pences. And what I quite often like to do is make sure that they're all lined up like this. And I split my pile in half like that, because I can see that's 5 and that's 5. So that's definitely a pile of 10. So I've got 2. Let's get that in the frame there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pounds. And 7 pounds you can either write just like that, or you can write it with your decimal point. Okay, the next one is this little spoon that looks a bit like a twig. And it was actually in our house when we moved in. The lady that was here before us had lots of little trinkets she left, and this was one of them. So we never actually bought this, but let's imagine this is what it costs. So pause the video and see if you can figure out how much is here. Okay, so I've only got 2s and 1s here. I've got 2s here. So what I do when I've got 2 pences is I can either stack them into piles of 5, because that's the same as 10 pence, or I can stack them into piles of 10, which makes them even easier and quicker to count. But I'll just keep them in piles of 5 just now. So that's 10 pence, that's 10 pence, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 10, 20, 29 pence. So you would write that like this. Or if you wanted to write it in a way that you could put it into a chimney sum, you could write it like this, with the pound sign, £0 and 29 pence, like that. Okay, this is a little brass jug, maybe for milk or something. Looks like it came from Aladdin's cave, and again, I don't know where this came from. I've had it a very long time, but let's just imagine this is what it costs. Pause the video and see if you can figure out how much is there. Okay, so we've got the biggest coin is a 2. Then we've got the £1 coins. And there's quite a lot of £1 coins here. So when you get to this stage, and £1 coins, are quite heavy. So when you get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 50 pences make 10. That's quite heavy. Oh, there's another one. I missed that one. You can see I don't write a script for these videos, eh? So we've got 2, we've got a pile of 10, and we've got 1. So we've got £13 altogether there. You can see why people introduced paper money, because it's much easier to carry around. So you could either have a £5 note in exchange for these, or a £10 note there. So we have £13 altogether, which is either written like this, or you could write it like that. Okay. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to think of what coins you would need to pay for this. So we're making the boat £2.63 now. So pause the video and see if you can figure out how many coins or what coins you would need to pay for this. Okay, so when you're paying for things, you try and use the biggest coins that you can. Otherwise, you're going to be carrying around like that, for example, is only about £2 or £3 worth of pennies, but it's really, really heavy. So you want to use the biggest coins you can. So I'm going to start with a £2 coin. Now, the quickest way to make 60 is a 50 and a 10. So I would use a 50 and a 10 to make the 60. So there's my £2, there's my 60. And to make my 3 with the biggest coins I can, I'll have a 2 and a 1. Okay, let's just say the pestle and mortar is £3.95. Can you think of the coins that you would need to pay for this using the biggest coins that you can? Okay, so £3 you would want a 2 and a 1, and then you would want 90. So the easiest way to make 90 is with a 50 and a 20 and a 20 and then a 5, like that. So there's your £3, there's your 90, and there's your 5. If you didn't have those coins and you only had £4, how much change would you get? You would get 5p change. Okay, thanks for following along my garbled maths video for this week, and I will see you again soon.